Hello, everybody. Adam Parks here with another episode of Receivables Roundtable. Today, I have a very special guest. I'm joined today by Stephanie Clark from VeriFacts. I've known Stephanie now for many, many years, and she's a fixture in the industry, a great supporter of the various associations, and someone that you're pretty much always going to find at a conference. So, Stephanie, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us just the quick elevator pitch about VeriFacts. What is VeriFacts and what do you do there?
VeriFacts is a location services company. We've been in business now for over 30 years. We have one location. We're located in a small town in Illinois called Sterling. And we pride ourselves in quality information. So we specialize in locating places of employment, verified residential information for our clients. And we can work for anyone basically in the financial industry. So we work for debt buyers, law firms, creditors, banks, credit unions, really anyone. And we can customize solutions to fit what the client needs.
Absolutely. And I can tell you that I've had the opportunity to come out there and visit the VeriFacts facilities. It really is an impressive operation. But I would say the number one thing that impressed me about my time kind of visiting with VeriFacts was the culture. The culture at VeriFacts is really just phenomenal. Everybody's a team player. Everybody's part of the overall goal and structure. And as I've had an opportunity to work across various departments in their teams, it's really been impressive. You guys have a great operation over there. The reason I wanted to have you on today was I think that you've got a really cool story to tell, and I think everybody needs to hear it. You've been working with VeriFacts for how long now?
About 20 years.
Okay, so you've been there for about 20 years, and after 20 years of building this business and helping it to grow and building it into what it's become today, you had the opportunity to be part of the acquisition team to buy the company and take control. That's a pretty cool story. Tell us a little bit about what that was like.
Definitely an interesting ride. Like I said, I've been with VeriFacts for about 20 years. When we started, we had about 20 people. And pre-COVID, we're building the staff back up, but pre-COVID, we were at about 180. So to see us come, especially in this small town, like we're the fourth largest employer in our area. So to come from 20 to make it that far, and my goal is to double in size again. So I think we can do it, but it's been a very interesting journey. Walking in, my first day of work was at a conference in New Orleans. Like one of the old financial services, Thompson conference. Do you remember those?
I do remember those.
Way back in the day, I didn't know what skip tracing was. I didn't know what VeriFacts did. I was basically told to stand at the booth, learn, and if someone asked me any questions, to say it's proprietary. How funny is that?
Sounds like a pretty common strategy.
So it was my first flight on an airplane. It was the first time I'd ever hailed a cab. It was the first time I really had ever traveled, and that was my first day of work. So I started out really outside of my comfort zone and kind of just stayed there for years, just trying new things and completely self-taught. I went to college for like one day, like completely self-taught. So if I wanted to learn, how to read a P&L and how to do financials, I just taught myself. So, and there's got to be something to say for that. Like I feel really comfortable.
Absolutely.
I feel really comfortable in my position because I've lived everything that I've learned. I've lived, and it's been really rewarding to see it, after a purchase like that. So, you talked a little bit about culture, and that's probably the thing I'm most proud of. So, when I was kind of heading down this path, I had all these dreams about what I wanted VeriFacts to be, what I wanted our message to be. Our vision as a company, and I read and read and read books, and it basically said it's going to take you about 5 years to really turn a company into what you want it to be, culture-wise. And I felt like we had such a like-minded staff, and you got to meet so many people here too, that in about 2 years you could really feel this change from employees started taking more ownership, and they felt like almost like self-employed. They were working towards a common goal. We all started talking the same exact language. Like everyone was on the same page, and it was really exciting. So when we were heading towards the purchase of the company, it was an interesting feeling because there was 150 people like rooting for me to do this. You know what I mean? They didn't want to see us
Absolutely.
like bought or something to change with the company, and they were comfortable with me. We had built some, trust over the years. And so it was interesting when I finally got to tell 150 plus 180 people that we did it,
Sure.
everyone cheered, and it was just so exciting. And we could all continue this journey together. And it was just so incredible. And a lot of the people here, like we have employees that have been here longer than I have.
Mhm.
So to see us all as a group go from this little company to something much larger was just so exciting for all of us. And to look everybody in the eye and go, I can't believe we made it this far, And now what are we going to do? So it was just really, really a great feeling. And even going through the pandemic, which was just so difficult, because we completed the purchase 3 weeks before Illinois non-essential businesses shut down.
Where they locked down. Oh my
Probably
God.
the best three
What
weeks of my
timing?
life.
Oh,
So, but everyone is still really positive. It's been hard, but they're rooting for me. They're rooting for my co-owners. And it's been really cool to see everybody still this close, and that spirit is still strong, even though these are tough times. So
totally understood. And I can imagine how exciting it was that first day to go in there, having
it was
made the
really,
acquisition again before COVID kind of started shutting things down
yeah.
here. But that's got to be such an exciting opportunity to walk in after
Mhm.
having worked for a company for, I guess, 19, 20 years at that point. And then to
Yeah.
be able to actually execute on the purchase of that organization, take that leadership role and off into the
Mhm.
future. I know that we worked on a project together with your staff, like as soon as you guys started taking over the organization, and it was
Mhm.
about what's the future look like. And I
Yeah.
had the personal opportunity to read through, I don't even know how many hundreds of messages from
Yeah.
various staff members talking about how they envisioned the future, what they saw the organization turning into in the near
Mhm.
future. And I think the most surprising thing for me was how much everybody was on the same page. It wasn't
Mhm.
like you had 500 different people with 500 different ideas and we're all going to go try and take on these different things. It was a lot of building blocks that built towards the same ultimate goal.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit about what you see changing or happening over the coming, let's say, 2 years now that you guys have some control and things are starting, at least starting to turn back to normal.
We've been having a good time thinking about this. So like it's been really neat because we are still at the size where we can move relatively quickly. We can pivot pretty easily. And we do have a group of moderate risk takers, and we want to try new things. So implementing new ideas has been fun, and it's not a huge obstacle for us to take on. So while the business was closed for about 3 months, it did give us an opportunity to take a step away from the business and look at it in a new way, which a lot of people probably wouldn't have the opportunity to do. So I have 3 co-owners. So we would meet every once in a while and just sit and think about what we wanted to do, what we wanted to learn. And we took that time to roll out new reporting for our clients, things like that. And we started learning more about AI. So right now, that's a big thing for me. A little bit scary for us because you don't want to be like the first to do anything really.
Sure.
Um, but I do want to be a close second, or if not, a very conservative first. So we've been learning a lot about that, reaching out for partners in the industry, and we made quite a bit of headway already. So
Excellent.
my goal is to we are located in a small town, so staffing is always going to be an obstacle for us. But if we can ramp back up to get to that 180 point, 180 FTE mark where we were at pre-COVID, and bring in this different kinds of AI, where maybe all of our inbound phone calls are, automated and things like that. My goal is to take our inventory capability and triple it. So
Wow.
that's what we're trying to do. So we
Okay.
want to be able to handle 3 times the amount of inventory with the same amount of people. So it's just, I think that we can get there. I think we're really close to it right now. So we're starting all of our testing. That's probably the most exciting thing we have going on. Definitely looking into new markets, trying some new things to bring in different lanes of revenue, where a lot of our work is on the back end and on the judgment side of the business. We were working a lot of federal student loans. So we need to replace some of that business until we can head, into Q1 or Q2 of next year. So new opportunities, AI, making sure we're efficient, and making sure we have a homegrown system. Her name is Vera. You are familiar with her.
I'm familiar with Vera.
Making sure she's efficient. So that's really where our heads are right now. I feel like we were really focused on the last 2 years on security and compliance.
Mhm.
I feel very buttoned up right now. So we can take some of those resources and put them towards some new things and grow. So it's much more exciting than getting buttoned up for security and compliance.
Yeah, well, I mean, anytime that you can work on production versus, protection, obviously,
Yes.
offense versus defense is a
Yeah.
great thing. I
Mhm.
think I think you guys have done a great job on the compliance side. There's been a lot of curveballs for the skip tracing industry between CCPA and all these other things, and it's been a pleasure to work with you to solve some of those problems and to work with your team because, quite frankly, you guys have a really phenomenal compliance team. And I mean, everybody that I work with at VeriFacts has been awesome and really great within their individual roles. So, hats off to what you guys have been able to accomplish over there, and really the direction that you're taking with the organization. I'm very excited to be a marketing partner and to have an opportunity to continue to work with you guys, and really looking forward to getting back to actual live events because I thought the 1990 hip hop party at the RMAI Speed Crawl last year or really this year, was phenomenal. And I really look forward to getting back to those kinds of things because you guys are just such a fun group to be working with. There's always a lot of energy and a lot of positivity around everything that you guys do. So,
Oh, I was just gonna say, we definitely miss the FaceTime. I feel like when we're talking about culture, one of our strengths is meeting people face to face and building those friendships. And we don't want to have a client for 1,000 accounts. We want to have them for 10 years, and part of that is to build that trusting relationship. And it's really difficult to do that remote. So we
sure.
miss having meals with people and talking to them and getting to see them face to face, and it's something we really really miss, and we can't wait to get back to it.
Absolutely. Let you guys show your personalities and how
Mhm.
positive you are, and people get a feeling. Motion creates emotion, and I think just being around the VeriFacts team creates a lot of positive energy, whether it be at a conference or at the office or wherever. But I think that's one of the really exciting things about working with you and your team. So I know that we're going to kind of keep these receivables roundtable videos pretty short. I think we covered a lot of material in a short period of time here. Can't thank you enough for coming on and participating with this. I really hope that we get a chance to see each other face to face at the NCBA conference coming up in October. Any parting words that you'd like to leave for the audience?
Oh my goodness, just everyone just hang in there. It's been a trying year. Just hang in there. I think we've got this, and rely on your partners, and I can't wait to see everybody hopefully yet in 2020.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And to everybody watching the video today, thank you for watching. If you have any other topics that you'd like to see me cover on Receivables Roundtable, please feel free to leave a comment below. We're happy to bring on some additional guests. We have some great sessions planned and look forward to the next one. Thank you, everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon.